Tech news is important. It's how you stay informed. Your mother and I have decided you're going to tech news school.
No, I want to be a doctor.
There's been a steady flow of leaks related to Intel's long-awaited Arc gaming graphics cards for years, but the latest one may contain some legitimate reasons to board the hype train. Just make sure you take your bucket of salt with you.
Choo-choo! Chugga chugga.
That means don't believe them. It's a euphemism.
Yeah, woo!
Reasonably trustworthy Twitter leaker Appisac posted an Ashes of the Singularity benchmark depicting what is likely an Intel Arc Alchemist GPU achieving performance in the same ballpark as an RTX 3070 or 3070 Ti. Now, there are a lot of caveats, like the fact that the test system was running a very CPU-intensive game in 1080p with a Core i9-12900K and 32 gigabytes of RAM. But 2021 has been a terrible year for gamers in need of a hardware upgrade. So can you blame us for having some hope for a new GPU competitor that could drive prices down? Anything.
It's Christmas.
I'll take it. DuckDuckGo, a search engine no one uses, has announced plans to release a desktop version of their privacy-focused mobile browser in 2021, continuing to take on Google's data-hungry dominance of the web. And I think they can win.
Yeah, Google's gonna go out of business.
I like it.
Take it down.
Accordingly, the DuckDuckGo desktop browser will not be based on Chromium like basically every other alternative web browser except for Mozilla, but instead, it'll run on OS-provided rendering engines to avoid the cruft and clutter found in Chrome. Oh man, I run on cruft. I love cruft.
Wait, what? No, you don't. It's bad.
Oh, sounds like a crouton crust.
Crufters and crumpets.
In other browser news, Vivaldi, based on Chromium, just launched the first full web browser for Android Automotive, which seems kind of dangerous. But it can only be used while parked, and Android Automotive can only be found on like 5 cars right now, so I go back to worrying about Teslas for now. And a new Google Drive policy began rolling out last week that restricts users from sharing uploaded content that violates its terms of service, which would seem totally normal if Drive was a public platform and not an ostensibly private cloud storage service. A restricted files owner will still be able to access it, but it won't be publicly accessible to anyone else. The new policy raises the same questions as Apple's iCloud scanning system. No human is supposed to see file contents by default, but what if a file is restricted wrongfully? You know, what if I'm trying to email my veterinarian pictures of whatever the hell's going on with my cat's junk and they get blocked? What if I'm trying to send those pictures to my friends because it's kind of funny? Seriously, I do not know what's up with my cat. Someone help me, please, anyone.
Oh, let me see. I know all about cat junk.
It can open a wound. Now it's time for the quick bits, brought to you by Build Redux, the PC builder striving to bring PC gaming to the masses with no price markups. You'll pay the same price for components that you'd pay if you bought them yourself, just with a flat $75 fee to have the PC built for you by a PC building expert. They went to PC building school and they got a pretty huge D in building PCs. That's a PhD, baby. They're huge nerds. Just select your budget, pick the games that you want to run, and see how they perform right on the website. And then let Redux take care of the rest. All builds come with a 2-year warranty, so click on the link in the video description and start creating your PC today. Quick bits! And that's the last thing I'll say on this subject.
Dad!
I've spoken. Amazon Web Services, the cloud hosting service underpinning vast swaths of the internet, had another outage this morning affecting Slack, Imgur, Hulu, the Epic Game Store, and Amazon itself. It's the 3rd outage this month, but the reason for the continued issues is unclear. Is it a networking issue, like they said when the first one happened? Or are mole people chewing on the Ethernet cables? Do they have COVID? We need to prepare. Mole COVID. It'll end us all.
Movid.
Speaking of which, Hugo Barra, who's not a mole person, but a former hardware executive at Meta and Google, has launched a company called Detect that sells rapid at-home molecular COVID tests, which look like something you'd buy off the Google store, which means you wouldn't buy it.
Got him.
While honestly any at-home tests are welcome at this point, hopefully it is not susceptible to a similar vulnerability, now fixed, that allowed F-Secure researcher Ken Gannon to change the result of Elum's Bluetooth connected tests. But I'm sure it's safe. This guy worked at Meta and Google.
I love it.
Both of them.
They're just trying to help simultaneously.
We've tried super ultra-wide monitors that are basically 2 16:9 panels fused horizontally, but LG is switching it up by stacking them vertically. That's right, LG's new DualUp 28MQ780 is a 27.6-inch display with a 16:18 aspect ratio and a 2560x2880 resolution, which is perfect because it's a shape only squares who care about productivity would want to buy.
Not quite a square. It's just a little
It's a squactangle.
Ah.
Honor has announced that they're throwing their hat into the foldable phone ring with a device called the Magic V. A teaser image depicts something that looks kind of like a Samsung Galaxy Z Fold device, but that could be just intentionally mysterious, like the name Magic V. The boys like a little mystery. And a marketplace for NFT game items called Fractal, owned by Twitch co-founder Justin Kan, is reimbursing members of its Discord after they were scammed out of $150,000 worth of Solana cryptocurrency. This is why people distrust and hate NFTs and crypto. God damn it, stop it. Apparently, the scammer posted a link in the Fractal Discord, which was clicked by users who also connected their crypto wallets. That is, you gotta look out for that, guys. That is classic. That is a classic move. It's a bit like handing your real life wallet to a rando who says they'll put money in it. But hey, no risk, no gain. That's the grind set.
Get back to work.
It's kind of like how we're all used to phishing attacks now, and we can spot them, but 5 years ago, maybe not.
And you don't even get any fish.
All right, that's it. Come back on Friday for a special Christmas special.
Whoa!
It's gonna be jolly as hell in here.
Ho, ho, ho.